Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and reduce your skill-based matchmaking. Let's get into it. I got a new game on the channel for you guys. As you can see in the background, I'm playing some Destiny 2. I've never uploaded this game on this channel, but I've been playing it a lot more on Twitch. I've been trying to stream it more often. Feel free to follow me on Twitch, by the way, at Black Guy YouTube. Just throwing that out there if you want to catch me live. I haven't, played Destiny for a copious amount of time since they were actually published by Activision. And ever so ironically, Activision is actually going to be the topic of today's video. Or I guess the fact that Activision will soon now be a part of Microsoft because them guys just spent $70 billion to acquire Activision, man. Literally probably the biggest gaming purchase acquisition that I have seen, ever. Honestly, I think this is the biggest one. Xbox and Microsoft are eating these companies up like Kirby, to be honest, absorbing all the well-known IPs like a ShamWow, and I can only imagine that they will, indeed be using all these newly acquired Activision games on their Xbox lineup to buff up their Game Pass. As a preface, I don't want to sound like I'm, taking sides or anything in this video because as you guys can see in the intro, I make a lot of these videos on my PlayStation 5 because the software is easy to use and I don't know how to use Adobe Premiere on my PC yet. So no biases here, but I have access to, PC and PlayStation games. On a tangent or anything, but Xbox Game Pass and, PC Game Pass are quite frankly beating the brakes off of Sony and their PlayStation Now service. Or yeah, like do any of y'all even use PlayStation Now? That's a legit question, I'm wondering. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is a transaction that's going to take some time to fully go through due to the fact that it's giving off serious monopoly vibes. It has to be approved by Congress. But just to list off some of the games that they now own, I'm sure you will at least see 1 to 2 of the franchises that you have put, as a gamer, you have put at least 1/4 of your life into these franchises that I'm about to list off because all of these IPs are pretty massive. But they now own Call of Duty, Warcraft, Candy Crush, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Guitar Hero if they ever decide they want to bring that back, Diablo, Overwatch. I used to play a lot of Overwatch. I actually made it to Diamond, and the game's kind of hard as shit, so it is what it is. But they got Spyro, Hearthstone, Crash Bandicoot. Everybody knows Crash Bandicoot. And yeah, man, they're just going crazy. The reason this matters to me, and mostly the reason it should probably matter to you as well as a viewer, I feel like this should matter to you, is the possibility of change when it comes to how Call of Duty is being handled right now, because that's the main franchise that is associated with Activision. I feel like that and Candy Crush if you play on mobile. But yeah, right now I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we're in the dark ages when it comes to this franchise, that being Call of Duty. I simply don't have any desire to play the game at this point, and it's crazy to say that. Like, I never would have thought I would have said that like 5 to 10 years ago as a teenager. Like I want y'all to understand that, like, me personally, I came up playing Call of Duty. Like, that was the game for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I loved it so much that I went back and bought the older ones like United Offensive and stuff like that. And now it's like I just simply don't want to play the game. Like I think Vanguard is the first Call of Duty that I haven't bought ever, and that's kind of sad to say for me. It just feels like the developers barely want to make the game, let alone update it for quality, due to like a trash work environment, which is completely understandable. COD hasn't really been innovative, let alone a functional title for a while now, and I would say with the new acquisition by Microsoft, COD now has the ability to restore itself to, its former glory, or at the very least, make it a competent game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could just make a little wish list here, I would like to say stop the yearly release cycle. Not only would this give current Call of Duty time to breathe, but you could also give the developers more time and less stress when it comes to making the next game, which in turn would give them more opportunity to innovate and make meaningful content for the game, instead of just like thinking of new bundles to put in the store, which is really kind of what it seems like it's devolved down into, is like how many bundles can we get in the store, and those don't even work half the time. Uh, the second thing I would hope Microsoft would take a look at is toning down the skill-based matchmaking. Uh, I completely understand, the point of its implementation, and I get that, you want the game to reach out to people, as many people as possible, whether those be casuals or hardcore fans. But like, think back to whatever Infinity Ward or Treyarch was doing to the skill-based matchmaking, like back in the day, like during like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3. I didn't even notice it for real back then. It was like it felt completely random. Like some games I would get a team of tryhards, some games I would be on a team full of noobs and I have to carry. But more often than not, if you could circumvent that by playing with friends. Nowadays, I feel like you just really can't play without friends. If you solo queue in Call of Duty, you're gonna have a bad time. That's just typically how it works. And it's kind of crazy that it has to be that way when it wasn't like that before. If you were to ask me when the game was the most fun, I'm probably gonna tell you it was like Black Ops 2 or like maybe like to any point 2013 and back. And that's just my humble opinion coming from somebody who has been playing Call of Duty since, Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, like I said. The last thing I would like to see, since this is a newly managed Activision, is, a Call of Duty series that, caters more to their hardcore fans that have been there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because that's typically the strongest portion of your audience. And I get that obviously you want to expand the game to as many new players as possible for the people to go in the store and the shop and buy stuff, yada yada yada. I get it, but at the same time, I don't really think alienating or ignoring hardcore fans is the way to go about it. I've never seen a game have worse PR, or a franchise. I've never seen a franchise have worse PR than Call of Duty. They have community managers and developers that are blocking people left and right on Twitter just for stating their opinions about the game. I understand that some of them be kind of harsh sometimes, but hey, you're making a product, it's going to get criticized. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it. But to me, like, those people, like, including myself, who like get on YouTube and make videos and comment on Twitter or whatever social media platform, those are the people who are either gonna, constantly be saying good things about your game and how much they love it, or they're gonna, constantly be saying bad things about your game and how much it sucks. Because that's the vocal minority, or so they would like to be, so people would like to label them. You know what I'm saying? But to those people who don't go on YouTube and Twitter and look up the game, the casuals that they're trying to reach out to so hard, more often than not, they're going to listen to word of mouth. And who's going to be more vocal than the people who are already on YouTube and Twitter saying stuff about the game? In a nutshell, what I'm getting at is that pleasing the vocal minority, quote unquote, is actually something that you want to do because those are your most hardcore fans, and those are the guys who are going to say the most positive stuff about your game. The narrative is important. So if you can spin it into a mostly positive thing, like how Call of Duty was talked about back in the day, like pre 2014. 2014 was when Advanced Warfare came out, or when it was Ghost came out. I'm not sure. It's either 14 or 13. But yeah, everybody hated Ghost, and like everything just started going downhill after that. So we could get back to a point where it was like Modern Warfare 2 type of atmosphere, where everything that was being said about Call of Duty was positive, unless you were actually in the lobbies playing. I guess it was pretty negative in there, but that's another story. What I'm getting at is that this is an opportunity for them to spin the narrative around the whole like Call of Duty series. And ironically, MW2 might be a good start to do it because it's getting rebooted. Well, yeah, they're renaming it Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like this is a good chance for Call of Duty to be on the come up again. And I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you think Microsoft buying Activision is good for gaming? Do you think it's good for Call of Duty in general? I'm sure like a couple of years down the line, we're going to start seeing hella like Xbox and PC exclusives. And I mean, to be fair, Xbox was kind of getting smacked around by Sony for the longest. So it's kind of good to see them back where the competition is more on an even playing field. I just hope it's not too much power. And I never even mentioned it, but I know this could, make Call of Duty worse too. Like this could be a whole different thing where like Call of Duty gets even worse somehow. But I sincerely doubt it. And, I'm trying to be more positive than cynical because Call of Duty has been on a downward slope for so long. How much lower could it really go? But All that being said, what are you guys thinking? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated and a subscription would be appreciated as well. You gotta aim for both of those, shoot both of those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and Black Guy out.